the second. Calculate the first of the second following month of the generated date. Okay, so if we choose 20, it's going to be the following month, so it'll be 2020 hyphen 12 01. Sorry, the right answer would be 2021 0101. Sorry, 01. Click. Oh. Okay, seriously, who doesn't make mistakes? So you get the idea, right? So you have to add a few things to it. So what I've done so far is made a little video about using this example, right? So what I did was we have to re-enable that. Click on the button, I buffer it into date generated, and then in the tbox set buffer I give it date generated, and I say break it down into its individual components using a regular expression. And this would be, let me see, the first number was month, so that'll be month, and I said it's digits, and it's 2 digits, and then the you see these parentheses, anything inside these parentheses is called a named group. Okay, it's standard regular expression stuff. So the next named group is that one, and it's buffer 2, and I don't care, it's just dealing with that with the / in that format. Okay, the next named group, it deals with, and it's going to be called buffer 3. It's buffer 3 right now, but as you can see it deals with digits, 2 of them, and they represent the day. Okay, the next name group, buffer 4, it just deals with the / in the date, this thing here. Okay, and then buffer 5, currently called buffer 5, the last name group. Okay, what does it deal with? It deals with \d for digits and 4 of them, and that would be year. Okay, as you can see, I'm using, I'll show you how to open it up. You go to tools, buffer viewer, and it shows you what's going on here. Okay, really cool. You can use it for like debugging. So if we hit that again, if we try and run it, let's see what happens. Click on the button, boom, 9/24/2021. Oh, it failed. Okay. Actual value. Is that because I said 2 digits here? What would happen if I said 1 digit? Would that work? Yeah, it worked. Okay. But what happens when I get 2 digits? Is it gonna fail? It might do. Right now, it's set to 1 digit. Okay. We could set it to 2 for when you have months 10, 11, and 12. Although we could change this regular expression to be 1 or 2 dates. I'd have to look into how to do that. But let's crack on with this anyway, okay? Let me go in now. You see the way we've got the old stuff here, date generated, blah blah blah, and buffer. Let's go to project, settings, engine. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so delete, enter, delete, enter, up key, delete, enter, delete, enter, delete, enter, delete, enter, up arrow, delete, enter, up arrow, delete, enter, up arrow, delete, enter. Great. Nice and clear. Let's run it. $10.22 22. Okay. Now it's only got the 0. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to say digits. Instead of saying 1, I'm going to have to say question mark might be more appropriate. I can't remember if the question mark means 0 or 1 or 1 or more. You can use the plus symbol and a question mark as well. But let's give it a go, see what comes up. This is how automation goes, guys. Okay, now it's dealing with, so 6122. Okay. The verification failed. It got 6122. Okay. Well, maybe I have to put a little thing around it like that. A to Z, any number of digits 3. IN, any number of digits. I don't think that's the right solution, but we'll give it a go anyway. Didn't work. We got 10, 5. I think that got in the way. And it didn't update the buffer, so I'm running it again. 625. 625. So that ran okay. It's probably annoying a few people. Run it again. I want to see if it deals with a double-digit month, like that. And it doesn't deal with a double-digit month. Okay. This is a really good example of automation that might work 9 out of 12 times in a row. So you might have an automator who goes, I ran it, yeah, it works fine. And then you got to run it, or you got to run it in production, and it's like, oh my god, this thing doesn't work. And then you kind of start losing faith in people, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically go, you know what? I'm going to hit the documentation. Tricentis Tosca regular expressions. See what comes up. Yeah, documentation, lovely. I'm looking for A to Z at the beginning of the line there. Zoom in a little bit. Beginning of the line, any A to Z capital, any A to Z lowercase, and the plus symbol. Let me see. Digits 4, and then end of line $. So what does that plus symbol mean? You know what? I don't know what it means, but I know it could be useful, so I'm going to try it. Run it again. See what happens, guys. Okay, 822 worked. Great. Maybe just make this a little bit smaller. It's really irritating you. Okay, and run it again. I'm looking for a double-digit month. Yep, and that worked too. So let's see if we got 11/24/2022. 11/24/2022. So that was the trick. Okay, we had to use that little plus symbol in there. Okay. All right. So let's close up the old buffer. So. Best practice, right? What was this thing called? Confusing dates. Who of us here haven't been on some confusing dates? Anyway, confusing dates. What else did I do in here? Yeah. you know what, this addition thing, if you look at the previous videos, you can see some of the modules are slightly different, but the format of this test is quite good. When I say the format, I mean the inside bits are good. Pre and process. It's got confusing dates. Paste them down there. Close this stuff up. I think we need all three. Put that into our little process. We don't want to add two numbers together, so we just delete that. And verification goes near the end. Now don't forget we did parameterize this, so the test number was that one there. Okay, so we put that into the test configuration parameter. Bold means we change it. So that's going to open up the right page. It's going to make sure the browser set to zoom. The browser zoom is set to 0. And then we go into the obstacle course, and we want confusing dates. Terrible name for test step. Click on calendar, buffer the American date, and then I think down here we go parse the American date into month, day, and year. Parse the American month and year into buffers. Okay, now that's the example I was working off, which I don't need anymore, so delete it, guys. Please don't leave stuff lying around on I thought it might be useful. No, just get rid of it. Nobody needs that crap lying around. Okay, don't leave disabled stuff in there, you know, grayed out stuff. Okay, so now we got a bunch of buffers that we can work with. Okay, so we can close that, because we know they're called month, day, and year. Now we can go back to well, I think we're going to need a new one, aren't we? Where is this thing gone? Oh, yeah, that's a terrible name. Confusing dates. Okay, so we now have that process where we're getting the date generated. We're going to need another one of these, so let's just take that in here. No, actually, hold on a second. We need to do a set buffer. We need to parse out the date generated. And tbox set buffer. Okay. Inside the set buffer, we're going to take that that date generated. We're going to parse out the individual pieces. So let me see. Move the verified down a little bit. Okay, move the tbox up. The buffer name is that one. Access the buffer. And then in here we're going to do a regular expression. Now, this is where things are going to get tricky. The whole thing needs to be in quotes, and then I think these things are called named groups. And we're going to have the month, a forward slash, the day, a forward slash, and the year. Okay. And then in each one, we have to give each one a name. It's going to be name, angle bracket, so name, right? Okay, and then this is going to have to match. This is going to be, I think it's going to be the month, right? And it's month day. It's month slash day slash 2, and then we have a year. Okay, and if we want to match a year, it's going to have to be 4 digits. Oh, hang on, \4, and then it was no, it wasn't \4. It was \digit braces 4. Okay. Slash. There we go. Up on this, on the number 7. Okay. Now a month is digits as well. \d, and I think we might have 1. We might also have 2. That's lots of them, isn't it? I think it's plus. Okay. And then the slash. We have a slash in there for that one, and then the day. Now day is, I was gonna say 2, but it could easily be D plus, couldn't it? A day could be 1, a day could be 9, a day could be the 10th. So I'm gonna say, let's say \d plus. Then it's a /2. I'm gonna call that /1. /2 is with the /. Then a year. What's it called? It's called year. It's a digit, and it is 4 of them. Hopefully that'll parse. Yeah. It parsed as a regular expression. Very good. Debug set buffer. Parse date. There's date generated. Let's have a little look at this one. That's okay. Let's give it a go. Click on it. Run it. Single digit month. Okay, let's go back to Tosca. Boom. Date generated. It's getting it. That's great. Let's run this. Okay. Buffer name has to be an input value. Okay. So it needs to be verify on the regular expression. Makes sense. So I was able to parse that. Now if we look over here, so we see the 14th of March, the third month, 14th of March, 222. Okay, cool. So now I'm satisfied that, let me just, I don't like having extraneous variables knocking around, so let's go to the engine and then delete some of this stuff. Date generated /1/2 test. Okay. Now that we've done the setting of the buffer and parsing it out into individual month, day, and year, we're now going to need to fill in the date solution. So we can either drag it from here or we can just copy it in the actual test case. Okay, move it up one. Now in this date solution, we could put in like ABC, see what happens, okay? Run it. Boom, okay. Kill that. How come these dates didn't actually... Oh, there we go. There they are there. Okay, cool. So now in here we need to start building up a date. Date. Boom. Actually, doesn't a date take like 3 of these? The thing said a first and base function to calculate the first of the second following month. So that's plus 2 not minutes, months. Okay. And the date we want, what's the base date? Actually, it's the easier part, isn't it? We want year, and then we want month, and then I think it was day. I think that's what I want, isn't it? Year, hyphen, month, hyphen, day. Okay. I think we're gonna have to put little kind of these little things in here. In the examples, they show them as that, but I want them as ISO. And the date in here, we're gonna have to build up at. We're gonna have to build that up out of a bunch of buffers, month, year, and day. Tosca standard is day, month, year. Okay, so more buffers. Like that. The first one, day, month, year. And the year one is called, it's called year, isn't it? Yeah. And then that one's called month, and that one's called day. Is that right now? Day, month. I think we need dots in between them, yeah. Day, month, year. Plus, God, so many brackets. Plus 2 months, capitals, year, month. Let's see if we can parse it. Shit. Doesn't parse it. Why don't you parse it? Square bracket. Closed. Oh, hang on. Need that. Perfect. And then we also need bracket here. So one of the worst things about Tosca, all this bullshit with brackets. Still can't parse it. Why can't they use some coloring on syntax coloring on this? Like every editor in the last 20 goddamn years. I thought I put one in here. Yeah, great. Okay. Close it. Open it. Close it. If I highlight that now, I would expect it to highlight this one over here as well. Second argument. Square bracket, open, close. Third argument. Open bracket. Close bracket. Closing date. Yes, it parses. Okay. Let's give it a freaking go. God, this is time consuming. And people wonder why automation takes so goddamn long. You know? Shite. What's wrong with it now? The value cannot be interpreted as date. Why not? Isn't that what we got from that website? Yeah, 20th of the 5th. Cannot be interpreted as date. Why the fuck not? Day, month, and year. Plus 2m, y, blah, blah, blah. Input, maybe verify? Let's try it. The value cannot be interpreted as a date. Day, month, year, plus 2 months. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. How the fuck doesn't this work? The 20th of the 5th cannot be interpreted as a date. And the 20th of the 5th is the base date. So there's something it doesn't like here. Well, what could that be? Day, month, year. Separated by dots. Active action mode. It's on input. I tried verify. It's not buffer, is it? No. I'm gonna have to basically iterate over each one now. Try and figure out what's going on. Okay. Okay, so we see we have a month and it's just a single digit, okay? And if we go to translate that value, we'll see the value single digit month cannot be interpreted as a date because Tosca likes double digits, 0, 1, 0, 2, all the way up to 0, 9 and then 10. So what we can do is we can do Tosca Date Format And then here we can say day dot single. It'll accept a single digit now and a double digit. It'll accept a single digit and a double digit month. And y. Okay. Tosca date format, I think. Yeah, Tosca date format. Let's go back here and now reevaluate that. Hey, translation successful, one expression found. It now accepted the 5 and it has done the +2. That's great. Okay. I found that. Where did I find that? I had to do quite a lot of Googling for that one. Yeah, tbox date function. Use single digit days and months. This information should be in the help files. And it was Nikita Dang, I think I tried to send this person, who said create a test configuration parameter, Tosca date format. If, like, this is if you don't want to go in and modify the settings, tbox dynamic temporal expressions, Tosca date format, and or that one. So it's single digit and double digit supporting. I think it's a little clunky, so I like that question. I'd like to give that answer a thumbs up. Nikita Dange. Pretty cool answer. Pretty cool person. Okay, let's go back to Tosca. Let's go back to here. Let's run it from the top, shall we? See what we get out of it. Run. Click. Bad practice. Okay, so we took 10 to 20, 21, and now we have 12 to. Now it needs to be the first. Okay, it needs to be the first of the following month. Let's go back to Tosca and set it to. We don't want that. That was a mistake. We want 01. Yeah, that's what we want. So if we evaluate that now, the first. Okay. Let's try it from the top. Thank God. Seriously, I never thought I'd get to the bottom of that one. That was an absolute pain in the arse. Okay, Jesus Christ. Click on the calendar buffer the American date. tbox set buffer. Parse date generated into buffers, and then input the new date in ISO format +2 months, first of month. Okay, and then we got all the verifies and stuff like that. In our post, I think it's safe to kill off this window now, even though I had a lot of stuff open. I'm gonna close that, close all the tabs, and I'm gonna run it from the top. Boom. I have a lot of stuff open here as well. Okay, don't save that. I'm happy to say that all worked. Let's try it again. Yeah. Let's try it again. I'm just looking out now for a single digit date to see what comes up. Yeah. Month. Yeah, that worked as well. Great. Okay. So let's just check now. We got nice descriptions in there. Verify. Let's go back to modules. We've got a nice meaningful thing on that. And let's go back to. How do I close that? Okay. That is now completed. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for bearing with me. It took a lot longer than I expected. And not everything takes 5 minutes with automation. Sometimes it takes 10 times longer than you expect. Alright, that's the end of that video. See you guys and girls. Bye.